So how do you know what are the qualifications of a student? How do you know? What are the things that you must practice?
He should understand the teacher.
I need Vivek, Vairagya, Shatka Sampatti and Mumukshutvam. Discrimination between truth and untruth continuously. That will lead to dispassion. The more dispassion, the more finer becomes the discrimination, and that becomes a cycle. While doing that, develop these 6 qualities of Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha and Samadhan. The result of this is you become content. You are not seeking anything out of this world in order to make yourself satisfied. You are content with who you are. Because, and for that, you have to control your senses, you have to control your mind, and the mind stops leaking out of your senses. When all these exercises, and titiksha, and practice endurance, when these 4 are practiced with faith, then comes samadhan. And the 4th, by practicing these 4 is not enough, 3 is not enough. You must have the 4th one, mukshutva. If you don't have the previous 3 and have only the last one, it's enough. But if you can practice all the 4, if you have the last one and you come to a teacher, the teacher will initiate you into the previous 3. If you have intense vairagya, it's okay. Still the teacher can initiate you into the other 3. And he cannot initiate you into the last one, but he'll create a situation with understanding, satsang, etc. It will be kindled within you. He fans the fire. So, student has to, a capable student is he who is practicing these 4, and the teacher we have already explained. When these 2 come, then the fire can be lighted. If the teacher is already, I asked when I came to the ashram to study, I went in 95 and I told Swamiji, Tejo Menanji, I said, Swamiji, I want to study scriptures, I come from Australia, so when can you interview me? I just went and blurted. He says, oh, you want, here, take some prasad. So I said, interview Swamiji, just give me a time. So he says, no, the course some other Swami is taking, I'll ask him, you can, his name is Swami Anubhavananda, you go and ask him and he will interview you. So I went, Swami Anubhavananda, so first I checked, very arrogant fellow, if he is going to be my teacher. But anyway, I asked him, he says, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to Himalayas. He said, I'm also going to Himalayas. Why don't you come with me? So I went to Himalayas with him, with his whole batch. And on the way back, I was sitting in the car, in the bus, and he said, called me next to him. So what have you decided? I said, I don't know what I have to decide. You have to decide. Why should I make decision for your life? You have to make decision for your life. Anyway, cutting the long story short, he said, okay, come now. You are keen, come to the course. So I said, Swamiji, I've got, so now the course is starting in February, I'll come in February. No, you come now. I said, no, I got one sister, I have to get her married. He said, okay, go. I said, so while I'm gone, do you want me to start studying Sanskrit or learn some shlokas? Or he says, no, go enjoy for 3 months. Do what has to be done. When you come to the ashram, careful. When you come to the ashram, come with an empty mind. Study for 2 years and go away with an empty mind. So first I thought, what did he tell me? Is he taking me for a ride? I have to pay for it. So if I can't retain the knowledge for what I studied for 2 years, then I wasted my money. This is how our mind works. But that one statement has stayed with me. Because if the cup is full, nothing can be poured into it. If already some ideas are there, I was so naive. When I came to the ashram, I did not know what Prasthanatrayi meant. I didn't know what the word Upanishad meant. I only knew there are 4 Vedas, and these students and our batch had maximum the youth wing of the Chinmay Mission. And everyone, how many verses are there? They are discussing. Oh, let's ask him, Brahmachari. I don't know. I'll count and tell you. You know what Brahma Sutras? Brahma Sutras I had never heard in my life. And when you are not heard, in the ashram they are saying it again and again, it takes some time to click. You say, yesterday only I told you, I don't know what Brahma Sutra is. I don't know what Upanishad is. I was that raw. But Swamiji had given one instruction. Come with an empty mind. What is empty mind? Grasp everything for 2 years. And then drop it and go away. Then let it, like a monkey. This example came in Gita or in Bhagavad. The monkey comes when he finds fruit on a tree, cut, and keeps filling it up, keeps filling it. Where? All here. And then after he has filled his mouth, there is no more he can put into his mouth. He goes, finds a calm place where all other monkeys are not close by, and brings out and then chews on it. So first collect. When we are in the course, collect the information, digest it, assimilate it. After assimilation, what is required? Nothing. You don't keep thinking about that knowledge once it is assimilated. So again go with an empty mind. From this point onwards, Upadesha or instruction in the knowledge of Brahman or Brahma Vidya is given. First of all, the Anatma is indicated, and one must be able to discard that not self to come to ascertain the Atma Tattva. Oh, just now we covered Anatma. What is Anatma? They are going much more in detail in what is Anatma. This we'll look at it next week. We'll just sit in meditation for some time. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.